Hello, hello, and welcome back to Mindfully Rich Podcast, your weekly look at life and finances with a twist where we talk about improving your overall relationship with money and building better financial habits. On each episode, I'll discuss real life situations and give y'all practical advice. The point of this podcast is to help you stay in your financial lane so you won't end up broke. I'm your creator and host, Richie. Now, let's jump into today's conversation. What's up, y'all? I know y'all probably looking at the podcast like, excuse me, it is not Monday, it is Friday. Why is the episode late? What's going on? Okay, and I'll tell you, today is a very special day for me. Today would have been my mother's 62nd birthday. And so I've vowed to myself that through my podcast that I would honor my mom's memory on her birthday, on the passing day, and then on Mother's Day. You're going to hear some piece or a story centered around my mom. And so I wanted to wait until her actual birthday, September 10th, so that I can bring y'all an episode. And so I'm super excited about this. I want to make sure that my mom is looking down on me and saying, you know what, look at her honoring me. This would be something that she would absolutely go up for. She would love to know that on my podcast, every time her birthday comes around, that I have an episode that's centered around her. And so I love to talk about the lessons that my mom taught me, knowingly and unknowingly, because I didn't know that class was in session, right? And all I had to do was relax and take notes. But with her being gone, I've thought about that more and more, like, wow, there are so many lessons that I have to pull from. And so I want to bring y'all into the things that I've learned. And so our mindful money moment today, for those of you who are new, I normally have a mindful money moment where I discuss a specific topic. And so today I'm talking about lessons that Renee taught me. My mom's name was Renee. My middle name is Renee. She left a piece of her name with me, which is something that I love. So you will hear about the lessons that my mom taught me. And so y'all, I got ADHD and I didn't write no notes because it's something about today that I just could not write notes. So y'all bear with me, okay? Y'all bear with me. And as I get emotional, I laugh. I'm a nervous laugher. So bear with me through all of this, okay? Because all of this is just like hard, okay? It's super hard. And so in talking about lessons that my mom taught me and honoring her for today, for her birthday, I want to first talk to you about the art of making a way. That's something that I learned watching my mom. Growing up, my mama always made a way out of no way. It seemed like no matter what was going on, whether it was where it was that we were staying, if we needed food, if she didn't have a job at a specific time, because for the longest, my mom worked at Ingles. You know, for my people back at home, you know, y'all know of Ingles. She was a dietary assistant, and she did that for, oh my goodness, I think it was like 19 years. 19 years she did that. And so after working at Ingles, I can remember it being a hard time for us because I believe she was laid off. And I remember those times. It's like, it's so interesting because I'm now the age that I can remember my mom being and watching her, you know, when I was a teenager. And I'm like, wow, I'm getting older. I'm getting older. You know, I'm not old, but it's just like I remember my mom being 36. So it's like it's very interesting for me now. But the one thing that I can say is I watched her make ways. Okay, no matter what was going on, no matter how hard things got, she made a way. If that was a conventional way or not, she made a way to make sure that we were straight, that we was going to be taken care of, that I was going to be taken care of. And that's something that I took for granted as a kid, you know, but she always, no matter if it was going to go get a job, no matter what that way was, I saw my mom do it. Okay. And there's something to be said for that, because that's a huge lesson. That's something that she didn't have to just sit me down and just say, hey, I'm about to teach you this lesson. That's something I got a chance to see and didn't recognize until later on. I'm going to say I didn't even recognize this lesson until after my mom passed, right? So the art of making a way. It's having the will to know that no matter what's going on, no matter how hard things are becoming, that you still got to make it. You still have to find a way. You just got to make it. That's one of Trey Songz's songs, right? And so you have to figure out what that is. And that takes a strong person to be able to do that, because lots of people give up. Lots of people get lazy when those walls start caving in on them. And I saw my mom have walls caved in, right? I mean, y'all, I didn't have some days, okay? It's a gospel song that say I didn't have some good days and some bad days. Child, by the age of 13, I had some days, okay? And I still got a chance to see those ways being made. And I never knew how strong my mom was until afterwards. Until after going through those things, because everybody doesn't know how to do that. That's not an art for everybody. Everybody doesn't know how to continue to keep going even when you keep getting knocked down. So that's a huge lesson that has been beneficial to me in my life. So throughout all those hard times that I go through, yes, I pray, but I saw my mom make a way. And so that's something that I keep with me. So when times get hard, when I get knocked down, when I don't feel like dusting myself off, I know, because I learned that lesson of making a way from her. Okay? That second lesson that Renee taught me was standing in my truth and being passionate about my beliefs. Okay? My mom was very when I say this, my mama knew how to stand in a point, and she knew how to make herself heard, okay? My mom's voice was very distinct, all right? I'm just going to say distinct. Just like my voice, when I speak, people listen. When my mama spoke, people listened, all right? No matter what she was saying, people listened. And that's something that I got from her. My mom was so sweet. She was just like one of the sweetest people, but she would also cut you if she needed to. Okay, because she was sweet, but she knew how to be that Sour Patch when she needed to be. And she didn't take no mess. And she would cut you down if she absolutely had to. And that's something that I learned from her. Like, I used to think, oh, that's just being mean. Nope, that ain't being mean, because you have to be the person who knows how to stand in your truth. Be the person that's going to stand up for what's right. And that's something that I saw my mom do, no matter what it was. I saw her stand up in it, and I was like, oh, okay. But once again, just like the last lesson, that was something that I didn't realize until afterwards. It wasn't something she set me down to do. I just saw her do it. And I saw her be passionate. I saw her be really passionate about some things. And that's where I feel that I get my passion to this day. Ask anybody, when I want something, when I want to do something, when I'm passionate about something, I'm very boisterous about it. Okay, I am not silent. I am. You can hear me right now. I am not silent. I am not shy. I make my points heard. And that is something that I know that I got from my mom. I'm not going to let wrong take place. The authenticity, that's something that I had to learn, but that is something that I stand in right now. I will never not tell someone how I feel. That is not where I'm at. My mama didn't do it, and I used to watch her do it and be like, oh my goodness, I can do that. So it's something now that I absolutely honor that I was able to learn from her, because I don't let anyone walk over me. That's just not going to happen. And I'm going to be very passionate about what's right, because you should. There's a goodness. And I feel like that's one of the reasons why people love the person that I am, because I stand in what's right, and I'm going to let it be known, and I'm going to talk about it, and I'm going to be loud about it sometimes. And you're going to know how I feel, okay? And so that's another lesson that my mom taught me that I'm very, very grateful to have learned. All right, so the last lesson that I learned from Renee is how to be a hustler. Y'all, when I tell you I am a hustling something over here, okay? I am a true hustler. And it started from back in the day. So me and my mom went to the same high school, Thornwood High School. Love my high school, okay? And while she was there, she was a part of this work program called DECA. I think DECA still exists in many high schools today. And so I believe, you know what? I'm not even finna go there. I don't know exactly what all DECA focused on, but it's a work program in high school. And so I wanted to be in a work program in high school. So I was a part of OE at that same high school, which is office education. So I don't know what DECA stand for. My cousin Toya was a part of DECA too. But anyways, I wanted to be a part of that program just because my mom was. And so I did it. And so my mom started working. I talked about Ingalls Hospital. She started working at Ingalls when she was 15. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to start working when I'm 14. And the first place I worked was Malcolm Wigs out there in Markham. That was my first job. That's the reason why I love all the hair extensions and everything now. And so I worked there. And so it was something about seeing my mom or hearing her tell me about her work experience and working so early in life and all of the things that she did that made me want to do it. So I was like, you know what? That's where I developed my hustle spirit from. Like, I wanted to have a job. I wanted to work because I saw my mom doing it. And so that's the reason why I believe, like, to this day, I'm never without a job. I know how to get a job if I just absolutely need to, I know how to create whatever it is that I need to do just because of that working spirit that was built in me from my mom. That spirit that was built that exists in me right now. You know, I look back and I say, no matter how much I may have gotten on my mom or I may have been upset at the type of mom that she was, I sit here and I look at myself right now and I'm like, wow, look at all these lessons, though. Look at the great person, though, that you became. And so that hustling spirit, I saved that one for last because you need that because everybody ain't got that spirit. And let me tell you what, I live away from my hometown and I've lived away for a long time now. And I've been able to get out here and get it no matter where I was at. And so I know that that spirit that I gained, that making sure that I got everything taken care of, the hustling, the making a way, making sure that I'm passionate, standing in my truth, all of those things are great qualities that I know that me, my mom, instilled in me. And so today, Mama, on your heavenliest 62nd birthday, I celebrate your life and I honor you for just being you. I love you. I miss you. Y'all don't know how much I miss my mama. I done had so many breakdown moments, not only just this week, hell, today. I've had so many moments just because you never know how much you love someone until you don't have them anymore. And not being able to have the mom that I had, oh my goodness, me and my mom would talk all throughout the day. My day has been impacted. I promise you, my day stopped October 7th. 2018. That's when it just I feel like my life in some instances is stopped at that point in time because I don't have the things that I used to have that felt like they got me through, which was the voice of reason or just hearing my mom, just listening to her or hearing her calm me down because I can be a bit much at times. Okay. And so, Mama, I celebrate you. I love you. I absolutely cherish you and adore you. Although you're not here, I'm still talking to you as if you are. I want to make sure that your memory is cherished. And so every single birthday, I'm going to make sure that I'm letting everyone know some type of lesson or something that you instilled in me that has made me the person that I am. And so I love you, Ma. I know that you're listening. I know that you're here. I hope that y'all are listening to this podcast, up there in heaven and you like, that's my daughter, So, y'all, that is it. I got lots of episodes coming up, but I just wanted to make sure today I took the time out to honor my mom on her heavenly birthday. I want to thank each and every one of y'all for listening. If you're not following me on social media, my social media platform of choice is Instagram. I'm at mindfully_rich_podcast. And until next time, when I hit y'all with another one.